Good morning, Andy. So, week one review video as promised. A lot of information, a lot of overwhelming information as I spoke yesterday. That'll be the most information that we kind of give you all at once. That was your entire golf swing as a whole, as a totality. And from this point on, we're really going to dissect it and just separate individual body as we move forward. So, a lot of processing yesterday, but it'll not necessarily get easier. But things will fall in place and we'll be able to move forward much quicker. So, couple videos here. I'll explain what the two are at first, but let's just isolate the guy over to the right. As we take the club away, let's see if I can get it a little. We talk about P2, first time golf clubs parallel to the ground. Your golf head's in a pretty good position here. We spend a lot of time with this position with both students. We're going to let you continue on this takeaway. We might build some arm structure pieces into it later, but that's not going to be our focus. Our focus would be right there. First time left arm, lead arm is parallel to the ground, indicated by the yellow line. And as you get to the top and as you transition, we can see second time lead arms parallel to the ground. We talked about this. That red line is well above the yellow. So that's a sequencing issue. That means that the hands are the driving force of your transition or your downswing, and we need to reverse that. We're going to focus over on the guy on the left now. Now this was the drill where we put an alignment rod underneath your trail armpit, so your golf swing's much shorter. I understand that, but let's look at some things that happen. There's the first time your lead arm's parallel to the ground. As you get to the top, which is very short, I understand that, but as you transition, look how much that club falls under plane. The reason is because we've built in a lot of arm structure underneath that armpit. There's much more of a feel of connectivity. Probably at this point a very uncomfortable feel. I'm going to clear all of this, and I want you to notice some things as we go into transition. Let's look at the club there. Let's look at the club there. If we put a circle on where the two club heads are, we definitely want to be the guy over on the left as opposed to on the right. We want this club to turn the corner as we come into impact. Now, the key is we can't stall out and flip. We have to build in some components that are going to help you with rotation. As we get into transition, notice, I'll clear those. Notice the gap. Give me a second here. Notice the gap between your forearms. Over on the right, there's a ton of gap. There's this void here that we could see through your forearms, where here it just disappears. And that's where we talk about your impact position and your setup position looks too similar. There's nothing real dynamic or athletic happening right at the point of impact. A key focus here would be, we're going to just focus on this guy. Footwork. As our arms come into transition and into impact. So here's impact. Notice your lead foot. It's just buried. It doesn't move. There it comes up. Okay, so now that trail heel is finally off the ground. That's the footwork and the leg work that we need, but we need to bring those arms back into impact at that point. You're very much a flat foot. Flat foot impact guy. So if we just played these two videos, let me kind of sync them up here. To me, the guy on the left looks like the better golfer. Okay, visually, a lot of times we don't really know what we're looking at, but we know the difference between what the guys on tour look like and the guys at Twin Lakes look like. And we can see the shallowing happening just by putting that alignment rod underneath that arm. And that's the kind of stuff that we're going to do. We're going to try to trick you into doing things. I hate swing thoughts, so I don't want to talk about swing thoughts. I want to either use alignment rods, golf tees, impact bag like we did today to kind of trick your mind into doing some things, and then just have to, as we talked about, instill some muscle memory. So, moving forward, I think we have an idea. We have a roadmap. We have a plan. So now we can just move forward with this. Obviously, there's going to be some questions involved. And here's the thing. You're already a very accomplished golfer. You're good. You're like that 0.5%, not even a 1%. So we don't want to break this golf swing down completely. We just have to make it a little bit more efficient. And it all comes down to sequencing. We just need to get that lower body moving before the upper body goes. So hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know. And can't wait to meet for that second session. See you, bud.